And a good spiritual morning to you once again. I'm Father Cosmas. Thanks for joining me today for a quick chat and, of course, a cup of coffee. And the month of November is so full of so many amazing saints and feast days in the life of our church. And coming up next week, there are a couple of big ones. The first of those is on November 8th, which is coming up in just a few days. We celebrate the Holy Archangels, the gathering, or the synaxis, as we say in Greek, of all of the archangels and the angelic host. So anyone who is named Angelo, typically, or Michael or Gabriel, any of the archangels, celebrates their names day. And it's a wonderful day that we remember specifically the archangels, but the angels. And it got me thinking about something, because when we think about the angels, first and foremost, we think about the archangels that we're celebrating. They're, taxiarchon, right? Sort of commanders. And it's interesting because when we think about the angels, there's kind of a structure that's employed there. We sort of have the image of there being an army with all different ranks of angels. In fact, we identify classically 9 different ranks of angels in the sort of the gathering or the army of the angels. I don't know if I can name all 9 offhand. Let's see. It's angels, archangels, thrones, dominions, authorities, powers, principalities, cherubim, seraphim. So there's 9 orders of the angels, and there's a structure there, and sort of a lot of, by the sort of parlance of our modern society, a lot of 4-letter words: hierarchy, authority, structure. But really, it gets me thinking about the idea that in the spiritual life, we need that. We need hierarchy, we need structure, we need discipline, basically. That even amongst the angels, there are different ranks. They have different functions. Specifically, they do different things. And because there aren't just a couple of angels, right? There are more angels than there are people that ever lived. We sort of think, wow, there's just a few angels out there, or there's enough angels for everybody to have an angel. No. The saints talk about the number of angels and say it's like comparable to the positioning of the earth amidst the heavens, relatively speaking. That there are 10,000s of angels. I mean, a number that you can't even comprehend. And so there needs to be some structure and order there and some function. And that's a good example for us, because in our spiritual life, we need some structure, some order, some discipline. As much as we can, force ourselves to employ. We're not going to be overly structured about things. And that also can have its own pitfalls. But we need to have some sense of doxy, some sense of order and structure in what we try to do, and discipline, so that, we can build on things. And we think about it like a soldier going off to battle. They have to have basic training. They have to learn the basics and have basic discipline, so that then they can become better and better soldiers. And it's the same thing for us. We have to sort of have a certain order that we try to follow. And we set that order for ourselves. We do it with the guidance of our spiritual father, with our father confessor, our parish priest. But, when we're going to church, when we're trying to go to church, when we're trying to pray, how we're trying to fast, how we are trying to perform works of mercy and help give to charity, how we're trying to read our Bible. If we just sort of say, well, I'm doing my best to be a better Christian, and we sort of, palms to the ceiling, just sort of say, I'm doing my best, but we don't make any sort of attempt at structure or discipline, then we're really not going to progress in the spiritual life. We have to set little goals and try to keep to them. And the great thing about little goals is, once we accomplish them, we feel good, right? You get that dopamine hit, like you feel good that you check that box off. And so I would say for today, if you're thinking about something, think about setting a little couple of goals that may be coming up over the next few weeks or months we can try to accomplish, and know that, wow, that's easy, I can do that. No matter what it is, set yourself up to succeed and say, I can do that. And I'm going to try to find a little bit of structure and order in my spiritual life, so that I can benefit and have as my example the archangels, so that I can grow and be closer and closer to God each and every day. Amen.